Monday night, and I'm not going to be answering emails around Teams like Monday at 11:30 p.m. to remind you of steps that I'm going over in class. So if you like space out and like lose track, or if you don't remember, the resources that you have available to you to be able to remember what to do are going to be the recording that I have, and then your own any like notes that you take on the steps right now, and then I'll put a couple of pages in the content library as well. Okay, so we're going to start with NoodleTools. What's really annoying about this projector is I have to stop projecting this and close this, and then I have to stop projecting on the Teams call, and then I have to move this over here, and then I have to project on Airtame again, and then I have to project on the Teams call again. Okay, so we're going to start with NoodleTools. And again, if you want to follow along right now, you can. If you want to just like jot down notes in OneNote, you can. Or if you just want to watch, you can. So I'm going to log in. When I log in, some of you realized or noticed this already. In order to get to this sources box, see how I can't click on it right now? It's in gray. I have to click on the name of the project. So I'm going to click on my project, and then I can click on sources. So I'm going to click on sources, and I'm going to do this step after I have finished making all of the revisions. So for all of you on NoodleTools, you'll see the green boxes that have my feedback for you. So after you have made all of those revisions from those green boxes, when you're at your like most final version of your sources is when you're going to do this step, okay? So I'm going to go up to print export, and I'm going to click formatting options. And then I'm going to set these formatting options. Now this screen that you see right here that I'm projecting right now, I have a screenshot of this in the content library in OneNote with what these options should be set to. So you don't need to remember what these are exactly, but I'll just explain super quickly. This is called an annotated bibliography. So you want the title to be annotated bibliography. For page header, you can choose to have it be just the page number or your last name and the page number. I don't care either way. So you can just leave it at page number only. For annotation spacing, if you click annotation starts on a new line, it just makes it so that the annotations look a little bit longer, but it looks a little bit more organized. This is what the key is though. This is the most important part. If you don't get this part right, you're not going to have an actual annotated bibliography to turn in. When it says include, they ask, do you wish to include your annotations when you print your source list? If you choose print citations only, it's just going to give you the source information without like the CRAAP key quotation part. That is the part that makes this an annotated bibliography. So without that, you don't have the assignment. So you want to make sure that you definitely have clicked on print citations and annotations. Again, print citations and annotations. That's the most important part. And then for URLs, sometimes teachers say, don't give me the URL. I don't care either way. So you can leave it. The default is URLs are included in exported works cited, so you can leave it like that. And again, what I'm showing on this screen right here, I have a screenshot of in the content library, so you can go back and double check your formatting options. So I close that. Now my formatting options are set. Now I'm going to go up to print export again, and I'm going to choose print export to Word. Okay, I click on it. Okay, where is it? Where can I find what they just created for me? I pressed print export to Word. Now what do I do next? Where can I find it? If I go to Word, I'm not going to see it there yet. Thank you, Nicole. On the bottom of the screen, do you see right there? On the bottom of the screen is where they show when you have downloaded something from a website. So I'm going to click right here to open this up. So that's where you're going to find it after you click print export to Word. Now, in order to show you the Word document, I need to stop sharing on Airtame. And then I need to stop sharing on Teams. And then I need to move the Word document over. And then I need to share again on Airtame. And then I need to share again on Teams. Okay, and now watch. It's going to make me do this one more time. This is so annoying, but okay. So So I have my Word document. The only thing I need to do here, I want to make sure that I do one final like editing and proofreading, and I want to put in my heading, my MLA heading. So I'm going to start clicking. Oh no, it's not letting me type. What do I do? Click enable editing. Okay, click enable editing. Okay, now when I do this, I think it's going to stop sharing on AirTeam again. Yep. So I'm stop sharing here, share on AirTeam here again. Share this screen again. Go up here and share on Teams again. There we go. Okay, so now I have my Word document. I'm going to add my heading. So I'm going to press enter. My heading is always lined up on the left-hand side. It's first and last name, instructor's name, class period, and date that the assignment is due in the format day, month, year. Okay? Now I'm going to, right now, do you see the name of the file is docx_6307235166228, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't tell me anything. So I'm going to choose save as. I'm going to save it. You can save it anywhere you want to your computer. I hope each of you have like a file system where you save and organize files. I'm just going to save it on the desktop for demonstration purposes. I'm going to call it English 9 annotated bib. Now, before I turn it in, the very last thing that you should always do is one last spell check. So I'm going to go up to review. How many people will admit to me, to my face right now, will admit that sometimes you turn things in without doing spell check? Thank you for your honesty. I know that's true. I know that's true. But for an assignment where I'm grading you on spelling and punctuation and capitalization, use the tool that is provided for you to get a higher grade on it. So I'm going to go to review. I'm going to go to editor, and they have some suggestions for me. Let's start with spelling. Spelling, they say that ENG in English 9P6 is misspelled. Is it okay to leave ENG? Yeah, that's just the name of the class. So ignore that. Okay, grammar. Okay, so the other reason that I can tell there's a grammar mistake is the double blue underline. So let's read the sentence aloud and see if their suggestion would fix it. Although the article lists reasons for and against UBI, even the reasons for include questions that make the issue more complicated. Okay, so this is actually grammatically correct to say even the reasons for include questions. I think I could leave it, or I could fix it by just saying the reasons for UBI include questions. So that's fine. And then you can go to conciseness. I don't care. That's up to you. Okay, so we're done with that. I'm going to save again. And now I would be ready to turn this in on the assignment on Teams. And if you want to see, again, if you want to see what it should look like, this same exact document is in the content library. It's called Model Annotated Bibliography. Okay, while I get the infographic part set up, what questions do you have?
Do we write annotated bibliography at the top of it?
The question is, do we write annotated bibliography at the top of it? And the answer is on NoodleTools, when you are choosing the formatting options, it is going to give you an option for what to write at the top of it. And so you'll choose annotated bibliography, and then it will automatically include that for you, and you won't have to type it on your Word document. That was an excellent question. Thank you. Other questions? Is this all recorded somewhere? I am recording, yes. But I know that none of you would make the mistake of playing a computer game and not paying attention to this instead of following along, because this is your final assignment for 9th grade English, worth 90 points. 100. So this is almost as much as the essay. Okay, is there anybody who's using a website other than Canva? Okay, cool. If you end up using a website other than Canva, that's completely fine. I think that is probably similar steps, but I'm happy to help you troubleshoot on Monday. I need to get my infographic from Canva to turn it on Teams. So I'm going to log into Canva. I'm going to click on my infographic. I've been working on it. It's done. The last thing that I want to do here, just like with my annotated bibliography, is to check over spelling, grammar, capitalization, punctuation, etc. Now, here's what you need to do. Canva will spell check for you. they'll underline words that are misspelled in red. They will only do it when you have clicked on the text box, okay? So let's look at this text box. I'm going to make a couple of spelling errors. Okay. So look right here. Do you notice right now when I look at this, because I clicked out of the text box, nothing is underlined in red. So if I just glance at this, I would think it's all correct. I need to click on each text box, and once I click on it, like I could type something, now it's going to show me the red underlines. So you need to do that for each of your text boxes. Go back and click on them so that it'll show you if you have any spelling mistakes so that you can correct them. Okay, so now I have my infographic. It's all done. Now, how many people right now or are planning to have multiple pages of an infographic? Awesome. This is going to be super important because when I played around with this, here's what I found. We're going to go to download. If you download what they say suggested is PNG, if you download as PNG, it's going to give you 2 different files, one for each page. Or if you have 3 pages, it will give you 3 files. You want it to be all one file that you can upload to Teams. So the way to do that, so it's like all one file, and it looks like one big infographic and not like 3 separate pages, is to choose PDF print. I don't know what crop marks and bleed means. Let's click it and just see what happens. I think that the watermarks, like some of you may notice that it may have watermarks on some of the features that you're using, which is completely fine. I think this might be, like how much it goes to the edge of the page, but we'll see because I did not choose crop marks and bleed last class, so I'll compare. Then I'm going to click download, and look, it says downloading down here, PDF print model infographic, downloading, 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 downloading. You saved your design. Your download should have automatically started. It did. I'll click on the X. Okay, where's my infographic? Bottom left corner, just like we saw with NoodleTools and Microsoft Word. Here is my infographic. Okay, yeah, oh, okay, this is cool. So crop marks and bleed means it's gonna go right up to the edge like this. When I did it yesterday without crop marks and bleed, it was like, had more of a border. So I don't care what you pick, but that's what it means. And then here's my beautiful infographic. And see how it's just gonna say like, here's the end of this page, but it's all in one file. Okay. This is beautiful. Now, you can either just find this file in your downloads folder to upload to Teams, or you can save it somewhere to your computer. So I'm going to save it to my desktop. I'm going to call it 9 infographic. And then when I go into Teams on the infographic assignment, I'm going to find that file and I'm going to upload it. So that's doing the infographic part. What questions do you have about this one? Is this an A+ infographic? No, because this is the template that I took from Canva, and none of it is actually any information related to my topic. Yeah. In terms of aesthetics, I think this looks pretty to me. Yeah. But if you were to turn in like this, I would say, why did you turn in the template instead of like your information? Remember, to get an A+ on the infographic, you're doing 2 things. You're checking all of the requirements on the infographic assignment sheet, and you're making sure you can check off the boxes for each of those requirements, and then you're going above and beyond that to get the A. If you feel good with a B, then you're just meeting the requirements. But to get the A, you're going above and beyond. Okay, it's 10:28, and class is over at 11:25, so you have 57 minutes to continue working. Now, there are 2 things you need to do. You can go ahead, Nolan. There are 2 things you need to do. You need to make revisions to your NoodleTools sources if you haven't done that yet. And then you need to continue working on your annotated bibliography. And then I am here to help with whatever you need help with for the next 57 minutes. Yes, Paige.
So my annotated bibliography, like